Hello, my name is Mooncat and welcome back to another video on the beta server and on the Space Age Venus. Today I'm going to talk about the new Great Building because we finally have some information of what it will give. Now initially I have plans to make this video more properly with more information about the building, leveling of it and so on. But when I saw these rewards, what I want to do instead is to go over them and show a comparison to the Temple of Relics, and more importantly show why I don't think these rewards are good enough. And I want to use this video to encourage you to come up with your suggestions and more importantly participate in the feedback on the forum to say that you don't think these rewards are good enough. Or if you do think they are, you should add that to your feedback. So what I'll do, I made a comment here on the forum. I will link this in the description. So what I'll do is I'll go over this, go over my thoughts on comparison to the Temple of Relics. And the way it works, just quickly, is that every 4 hours you have a chance of a shard spawning in your active settlement, cultural settlement. The way this works, and because of the percentages, I won't get into it now, but you will get fewer shards from the Flying Island than relics from Temple of Relics if you complete all the encounters each week. So that's something to keep in mind, which makes this building, the rewards, even worse. So first let's go over the common shard or relic. So we see the first 4 here are the same, so 20 forge points, 25 goods, 5 units, and 2 blueprints. And actually, let me just zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see. So there we go. Sorry. So yeah, the 4 first are the same for the Temple of Relics as Flying Island, but because you get fewer shards from the Flying Island, even this is worse. So the Flying Island here is worse than the Temple of Relics for these first 4. But then, if you look at the remaining 2 or 3 options or possibilities, here you can see for the Temple of Relics, you have the Gate of the Sun God and Face of the Ancient, which are nice. They're not too great, I don't think, at least not for developed players. For me, they usually are sold directly to the antique dealer, but still, when you compare that to the rewards from the Flying Island, the new building, which costs a lot to level, you get 1 unit, some coins or some supplies. To me, this is definitely worse, and to me, it's not good enough to warrant the leveling cost of the building. So yeah, that's the common shards. Then we have the uncommon. So for Flying Island here, you see the first 3 are the same, and again, you get fewer relics or shards with the Flying Island compared to relics. So here we get 100 forge points, 200 goods, and 10 rogues as options. That's the same, so okay there. And then the last 3 here are different. Here you have 8-hour coin rush, 6-hour supply rush, and mass self-aid kit for the Flying Island. For the Temple of Relics, you have Ritual Flame, Tribal Square, and Small Medals pack. Now to me, this is kind of a toss-up. These probably sell for more to the antiques dealer, but these are, or at least the supply rush and the self-aid kit can be quite nice to have, especially during events. So for me, this is a toss-up. But again, you get fewer shards than relics. So even if the rewards are more or less the same, in my opinion, you will get fewer rewards from the Flying Island. So it is worse overall. And then comes the big downside or big disappointment here. For the rare relics, the first 3 here are the same. So we have a 1-up kit, a renovation kit, and store building. I like all of these rewards, but then here is where the biggest disappointment is. For the Flying Island, the 2 other rare options are 5 blueprints and medals. And comparing that to Temple of Relics, we're going to get Terrace Farm, Fountain of Youth, and the Sacred Skywatch. Now, even if you don't want these buildings, they sell for a lot to the antiques dealer, and they are a lot better than 5 blueprints or some medals. So this is the biggest thing that needs to be changed, in my opinion, for this building to be, for me to even consider building this. So yeah. So some of my suggestions, what I would like to see, for example, would be time rewards shards. I should update this, fragments. So fragments of the time reward, for example, and also possibly fragments of the main reward that might be a little bit too OP, but at least the time reward, I would love to see that. I would also love to see more buildings like we have here from Temple of Relics. We have 3 buildings here, we have 2 buildings here, and we have 2 buildings here, and we have no buildings from the flying island. So I would like to see more buildings. I would like to see the rewards increased. So here, instead of 100, perhaps 200 forge points or 150 forge points. Here, for example, perhaps 30 forge points. So increasing the amount, because you do get fewer relics or shards. So increasing the amounts makes sense, and even if it gave the same amount, it would make sense to increase the rewards, considering the extra leveling cost of this new building. And then finally, I would remove a lot of these rewards. I would remove medals. I would either remove 5 blueprints or move that down to, perhaps even move it down to the common shard. So perhaps replace this 2 blueprints with 5 blueprints. Then I would also remove all of these 3, 1 unit, the coins, supplies. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So I would remove that. Actually, let me just, it's kind of bothering me. Let's just quickly remove that. There we go. So yeah, let's do that. There we go. So yeah, so that's some of my suggestions. I would love to hear what your suggestions are. Please add your suggestions to the thread here, the feedback thread, so the developers know that we don't think these are good enough for the flying island. So yeah, that's about what I have to say. And it's a shame really, because the actual building looks great in my opinion, and it's not too big either. Animated, it looks really cool. So I really do hope they rework the rewards, update them so that they are better than they currently are. So that's about what I have to say for now. In a few days or weeks, when we know more, if they have changed some stuff, I will make a proper video on it. But for now, please provide your feedback so that we hopefully get some better rewards. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the future.